Welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Ever feel like you just don't want to go outside? That there are just too many people out there? Well, this is Aiden, a bionic and psionic nerd who survived a life-threatening disease only to wake up the next day to the apocalypse. He isn't exactly agoraphobic, and would love to go to the park, but understands the merits of being a shut-in. Every day, he wakes up, kills a few zombies, gets torn to shreds, and regenerates while he does chores around the house. One day, he will have thinned the hordes enough to explore properly. Either that, or he'll run out of food and starve to death. I think we are going to attempt to get some exploration done outside. It is a rainy day, and I will show a little bit of a montage here in a moment, but at the beginning of the episode today, we decided to go ahead and train up both our melee and our athletics. The melee was actually made available by the fact that we found a book called the CQB Beginners. It'll tell me all the way at the bottom here, but it is a very long list down to it. But we got a book that actually taught us how to train up more of our melee. And we also have, despite many attempts, I actually have spent like 8 hours in game now trying to learn noise major. For some reason, it's not triggering the learning of noise major. Oh man, I just realized we also have expert melee or athletics form unlockable here. If anyone in the comments knows what athlete's form actually does, I'd be very interested to find out. Someone did tell me in last episode that higher level of athletics on top of the other benefits also gives you a percentile more stamina per level of athletics. So right now we have 4% more stamina, which as a psionic, any amount of stamina, even really small amounts of stamina, are highly welcome. We did make a great pipe mace for bashing stuff down, so we're going to leave that behind. And our two goals today is going to be to try and find a battery in a car somewhere so we can set up power in our base here, and we're also trying to find some water nearby, and just, you know, usual weapons and stuff like that is kind of a big deal. I'm hoping that we can maybe get past some of the hordes, maybe sneak past some of the hordes. We're going to check these bodies because there are now 9 pages worth of bodies at the bottom of the place here. We did just find an IFAK pouch. That's really useful. And a 6-round combat shotgun. Okay. Now that we have that combat shotgun, is it going to tell us what ammo we need? Yeah, we need this. Make sure that the shotgun is filled. It is not filled right now. We're going to reload that super fast. And if necessary, oh my gosh. As soon as I step out, I see a dissolute devourer and a regenerating zombie and a paramilitary zombie. Okay, we have a bunch of traps here. How long is it going to take me to equip my shotgun? Not too long. Why is it... Oh, because I accidentally equipped my wooden spear. I don't need that. We're going to equip our combat shotgun. And we're going to aim up. Hopefully on the regenerating zombie whenever he turns the corner here. And there's a lot of traps around us, so I don't actually mind too much if we... We did manage to hit it. The zombie behind him died. And we did manage to hit it again. It is bleeding heavily. Come on. Okay, we took down the regenerating zombie, but the shotgun's empty. We're going to move upstairs real quick. Reload our shotgun. Did we seriously only have 1 slug left? Okay. Well, we will fire this last slug. Oh, and we instantaneously take down the paramilitary zombie. Okay, we're going to go up a few floors and drop the shotgun then. Okay, we did just realize that the reason why it only inserted 1 bullet is not because we were out of bullets. We actually have 11 bullets left, but instead it's because... Ooh, that is a lot of zombies. It instead is because this particular shotgun reloads 1 bullet at a time. So we're going to use a combination of our shotgun and our psionic powers. Combination of our psionic powers to shove back zombies, like what we did with this guy just now. We'll take his clean water and his canteen as well, and then use our shotgun as well in order to take some of these things down. We're going to back away from this dissolute devourer, aim up, because we need to get its extra HP gone. Shoot it once with the shotgun, And as soon as it gets to us, we'll shoot it again and then shove it back. It is doing it. It is heavily bleeding. This must be a pretty powerful saluted devourer because it isn't. Okay, we're going to try and push it away, shove it away again. And we're going to start running, I think. Yeah, we're going to start running. Try and get away from this thing. I think I'm going to push it down the stairs. Whew. As we hit it, I actually saw the notification that our strap cross apparently got hit pretty hard as we pushed it down the stairs. But we did get it away from us. Okay, let's reload our shotgun. Apparently there's a zombie soldier in the way on the stairs here. Holy shit, that is a headless horror. Okay. I was hoping we could clear out some of the zombies. But as the headless horror comes up, as almost a knee-jerk reaction, Aiden reaches out with his psionic powers, grabs the thing, and thrusts it against the wall. It must have been very badly damaged because as it hits the wall, it simply crumples. We do see a zombie soldier come up, and we thrust it against the wall, doing a significant amount of damage to it. We are going to stop firing our gun. We will thrust him against the wall again and pull out our pipe spear in case anything else comes up. We do have a fat zombie. It slips on the bile from the headless horror. Do manage to take both of them down. Let's catch our breath. We need the stamina. Anything on these things? No. MRE package. Hey, that's more food. Hey, and an army bayonet in a sheath. I think the army bayonet isn't as good as our spear. Actually, it's 20 pierce. The army bayonet's actually better than our spear. Okay. We'll store that, and we will pull out the army bayonet. It's actually a very good weapon. I've used it before, but I didn't realize it was actually this good, to be honest. We're going to take this adjustable wrench, because we are grabbing stuff as we go, because I'm worried about being able to come back down here. We have caused a huge commotion by firing our gun, but on some level, Aiden is hoping that we've also cleared... Yeah, look at this. We've cleared a lot of zombies out by drawing them on to our trapped area. There are still more zombies down there, though. With the pain that we're in a little bit of some distracting pain. We're going to go ahead and eat some of... Zombie Night Stalker comes up the stairs as we were bandaging ourselves. Somehow, this brute hides in the dark like some sort of boogeyman. Very agile for such a large zombie. It is weakened slightly. We're going to shove it against the wall. As usual, just using our psionic powers to just crush this thing and burning through our stamina immediately too. It managed to attack me from that range, so I'm backing up a step, catching my breath. Check its body. Tear gas sprayer, and that's it. We're gonna look down again. We do see a pupating zombie, and as we come down, the pupating zombie explodes into flesh raptors. Each of the flesh raptors, small winged predators darting through the air on 3 thinly haired wings that look like stretched human hands. A sheer, jagged spike just from the point where the wings meet. It looks like nothing you've seen on Earth. It's strangely like it is made of human parts. And as we come down, we also see a gargoyle. The zombie's arms have stretched beyond human limits. The skin lengthened into a gruesome, fleshy membrane. The rest has become emaciated, with thin, rope-like muscles ripping through taut flesh. While it doesn't appear to be able to fly, it uses its mutated arms to leap shockingly fast through the air. We are going to use a little bit of our stamina to shove that thing back as well. We have caused a huge portion of the horde to come after us, and the gargoyle seems to have bitten us. So we're going to come up here into the darkness, and we're going to see if we can get rid of that, the potential of the bite there. Oh, man, please. This is not the right time for us to get infected. We do have some we have some antibiotics up in the building above us, but don't think we have anything to try and get rid of the pre-infection. Hey, there is an MP3 player here, though. That's going to be useful for the future. Okay, we're going to back up from now. We'll put away the army bayonets. For some reason, we can't put it back into its sheath. Something probably just... It's one of the few things I don't like about this game sometimes. This game doesn't like to store things on its own very well. Okay, let's see if we have... We do have antibiotics up here, but that's only for after we already have an infection. We do have some more alcohol wipes. We can get rid of... Only have a 30% chance to disinfect. We didn't get rid of the infection. The potential for infection, I should say. We also have broad spectrum antibiotics. So if this torso bite does turn into an infection, this deep wound, we will likely be able to stave off the infection that it creates, but we're likely to actually get to the infection first. I don't know if we should be grabbing the antibiotics before we ever get to the infection. I'm not sure how that works. You know what? I think they last a little while, so I think we will take some of them right now. That just seems like the safer call to me. Normally I have something better to be able to use. One dose lasts 12 hours. Okay, we're going to take a dosage of antibiotics. It's probably going to make us feel not so well, especially because we are a lightweight. We're going to peek down. There's still so much down here. Take a few swings at this zombie runner with our new melee skill that we've learned from a book, because Aiden is a nerd after all. We do manage to take it down very quickly, and we find a revolver. Very nice, 29 damage. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and take that as well. I'm gonna check the body again now that I have Glock magazines. I don't actually have a Glock right now. I think I will take the moment, if I can, to crush down some of these corpses, so then none of these things get back up, because these would have been ferals. With what we've done, we have attracted plenty of them in. If I could just find a single thing, cough syrup, that's pretty good. A single thing of antiseptic, I would feel a lot better about us and our chances right now. Looks like there's some more coming in, and that was a zombie dog. We're going to back up. Shove this guy against the wall just as he comes up. Some antipsychotics. I was excited for a moment there. And a SWAT zombie. We're going to shove him back as well. One thing that I'm learning is that we can only grab break if there's room to shove them backwards. The damaging shove of pushing them against the wall does not break a grab. This is something we're going to have to learn. And because of how much pain we're in, because again, our pain is our biggest weakness, we are down to 6 strength again. Aiden now has a daily task of going down and attempting to clear out some of the hordes beneath, but every time we do, it feels like there's just more and more hordes down there. I'm sure on some level, firing that gun was a very bad idea, but it made Aiden, and frankly me as well, feel a little better to be able to take out a few of the zombies that are down there. We don't really have any bullets for the revolver, so we're going to leave the revolver on this desk over here. And I think the combat shotgun is probably going to be like the best thing that we have here. We're going to take off our backpack as well. You know what? No, we're not going to take off our backpack because we need to sort some of this stuff out that's in the backpack right now. Any other guns that we don't have any magazines for? The Glock pistol uses 919, so we have a few shots for that. Combat shotgun we have some few shots for, and the 7mm pistol we have some shots for. We did get some books from that, but nothing that's going to be important to us right now. One thing that I want to do is that these MRE packages and the IFAK packages, they have a lot of stuff in them that I don't really care about, and if they're not sealed, like we're going to keep the sealed one in the fridge, but if they're not sealed, I actually do like to open these and pull out the stuff that's useful, because with how Cataclysm works, dealing with all of these nested inventories like this I find to be very annoying. You just end up with a lot of small containers in your inventory at the end. So we're actually just going to pull these apart and grab the things that we actually want out of them, especially the water purification tablets. I did just notice that we have a bunch of those now. So if we can just get like a 2-liter of a 2-gallon jug of water or something like that, we should be able to purify it without having to spend time boiling water anymore, which I do believe there was still water in, well, not in that one, obviously, because I took that thing down for pipe fittings. But there should still be water in the toilets around here that we can go around and collect, so that we have, I think we still have water for probably like close to a week, if not more. Then we can just use these water purification tablets on the water in these. And we'll also use it, I think we're also going to put on this plastic canteen and refill it with water, so that we have water that we can carry around with us. Although we're wearing a lot of filthy items at this point, and it is kind of shocking that we're still in a good mood after wearing all of these filthy items, but I think that's largely because of the fact that Aiden is an optimist. Being in disgusting and honestly quite rancid clothing is barely enough to get him beneath the level of being sick at this. I did just notice we have more alcohol wipes here. You know what? We're going to spend these and see. Oh, thank goodness. I was honestly worried. We did finally clean out our torso wound. We are going to desperately need some antiseptic. There's also some multivitamins here that I didn't notice we had. That's nice as well. I think one thing I want to do is I want to see, there's a way to search by the primary skill. I want to see if I have any survival recipes. We can make a digging stick, some other stuff. So basically I want to get my survival higher, because ideally, and this is going to be something I just do while we get down from the distressing pain that we're in right now, because despite the fact that you can see, even as I'm talking, the repair nanites have repaired all of my wounds and probably spent a huge amount of calories. But despite the fact that we can repair, the pain is making us so weak that we can't continue to operate. And the idea here is that we will be able to hopefully be able to get our survival high enough. Am I out of candles? Yeah, I am out of candles. But anyways, we'll hopefully be able to get our survival high enough that we can make a water collector. Making some tinder might not be a bad idea. Or an ember carrier, because one thing that we want to do is we want to aim for skills that have higher survival. I don't think that gave us very much, did it? Oh, it took us to 89%. Wow. Okay, can we make another one of those? And one more should do it. And that'll get us to level 2 survival. So do we have a rain collector now? Tarp rain catcher. Okay, so we just need a large placid sheet and 3 pointy sticks. Okay. I think I saw a large placid sheet in this building over here. I want to say it was this one. I know I saw one somewhere. I'm going to go find that, and then after that, we'll talk about the next step. Oh, that's unfortunate. It was actually polycarbonate. I'm not sure where we would get a large placid sheet from. Although I have a weird idea. I wonder if we can, because I know that we can disassemble. We'll turn on our light here. We can disassemble this furniture. I wonder if we can then break it down. It doesn't look like we have a disassembly option, but maybe we can put the disconnected refrigerator on the ground and then go grab our great pipe mace and break it. And maybe we can get a large metal sheet out of that. The only reason I think that's even possible is just based off of like common sense and the idea that these things have. Where the hell did our great, there it goes. The sense that these are made out of plastic and they're large. I don't have any information beyond that. Maybe I bash one down while it's up, because I think I'm actually bashing the ground by doing it that way. So we're gonna hit like this, and we got some copper tubings, copper wire, chunk of copper, metal sheets. Oh, that's unfortunate. We do actually get metal sheets out of it, but we don't get plastic sheets. I'm not sure where I would get a large plastic sheet from. I imagine we have a source somewhere here in the apartment complex, because we do have a little bit of everything, but I'm just trying to think, and it's just like, I'm not sure. Let's check the roof real quick, because I don't remember what all is up here. We have chimney crowns, signal boosters, satellite dishes. Satellite dishes are made out of metal, and that's about it. It might not be possible for us to get a large plastic sheet from the apartment, which is kind of surprising, because we have access to so many materials here that we have access to almost everything. Okay, well, we're trying to figure out how to get a sheet. This gives us some time to practice our athletics a little bit longer, which will give us a little bit more stamina to use in future fights. This is going to be Aiden's life for a little while, fighting through some hordes to even just get out of his apartment complex, while having to retreat every once in a while whenever we get in too much pain. And then every time we retreat, instead of just sitting around our apartment and doing nothing, we are going to get stronger every time. We're already much stronger than we were when we just woke up only 5 days ago. And we are going to get stronger still. I think that we're going to stop working on the noisemaker for now, and instead we are going to focus on getting our telekinetic push as strong as we can. We don't want to waste too many calories working on it all day and all night, but it looks like our pain is pretty much gone. So even though we're really close to our next level athletics, I do think I am going to stop, get some food in us, and we're going to check the situation Hopefully it's not too bad. And we're going to pull out the shotgun. No, No, I don't want to bring anything more in. So we're going to pull out the army bayonets for the time being. Okay, nothing here. Check the floor beneath us before going down. Same thing again. It looks like we got one zombie here. It's a brainless. We probably want to wipe that guy out. Can we pull him towards us? So we can use far hand, which we haven't used very much, in order to pull him one step towards us. And he immediately started bleeding. And then we could move up and finish him off. Okay, there's a few ferals here. We're going to crush down. The sheer amount of corpses here is just absolutely insane. It's the amount of damage we've done to the horde is incredible, but at the same time, it's just like, I know that there's still more out there. And in fact, we're going to set up a little bit of a search here. It looks like there are some dinar in here. We know we want these on the off chance that in the future we're going to come across some sort of Forge of Wonders or Magical Merchant, because even as a bionic, the Forge of Wonders is still going to have things that are good for us. Another zombie comes in, and we do take it down very quickly. Some gummy vitamins that I'd be very happy to have. And we need to be... there we go. I was literally about to say we need to be on the lookout for antibiotics, which we did just manage to get. Okay, we're going to come over here, crush down this thing. It looks like we do have a few more zombies, but they're pretty far out. I don't think they saw us. We're going to use night eyes when we're inside here. Oh, look at that expanded radius. It's obviously getting better, of a better radius as we are getting better at it. We are going to silently use our force push in order to push that zombie into a wall to kill him very quickly. And we'll walk up. As soon as he grabs us, we go in for the kill, silently stabbing it through the head with our knife. Looks like there's a zombie elf and a boomer outside, but I am seeing way less horde than I have in the past. I think we're going to step up here. We see a zombie take it down very quickly. There's a gun on that guy, but it looks like it's a pretty weak gun, all things considered, so we're going to leave that one behind. Keep an eye out anytime we see plastic on the ground. See if we can... Actually, that's a good point. Can we make... Oop, that's a trap, not a tarp. Can we make a tarp? So we need a plastic sheet. Let's go plastic. A plastic sheet... Oh, it requires, like... Oh, maybe not. There's a fire in there. Okay, so if we get enough plastic, and there's some plastic on the ground around here. As we were fighting that thing, it immediately managed to bite our torso, but this time we fortunately have... Oh, that's antibiotics, not antiseptic. Damn it. I accidentally just took too many antibiotics. That was a... I always get those two mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. Like, that's not a good thing. I shouldn't be getting that mixed up in game or in real life. But yeah, we did unfortunately just take some antibiotics instead of antiseptic. We definitely need antiseptic so that we can get rid of these bite wounds in the future. They're going to be the death of us. We can regenerate and we can seal wounds, but that doesn't prevent the wound itself from being infected. And I can guarantee you of that. I have tested this. There was a little bit of food here. There's some more plastic over here. I know that there's plastic chunks around, so let's go ahead and we're going to always leave the gnar in there, but we'll also look for some more plastic chunks in here. And that's showing plastic bags. That's not useful. Go ahead and get rid of the plastic in there. You put a comma between your search terms, by the way. It will actually search for multiple things. So I always put dinar comma in there so that it looks for both denarius and denari, which are technically two versions of the same thing. Okay, the elf is following us, so we're going to yeet him backwards, get through the door here, pull him into the darkness where we can fight him without him bringing in a whole bunch of others. Go ahead and smash him down real quick because he was a feral, which means that he can get back up. There has to be... Here we go, more plastic. How many did we need for a plastic sheet? A large plastic sheet is going to require 8 plastic sheets, so it's going to require 80 plastic. Wow, okay. I mean, it's still doable though, right? It's still very doable. While we're down here, we'll grab any pipe fittings that we find because they are useful for quite a few things. There we go. 2 more pipe fittings, making maces and such. Place down here has been pretty heavily ransacked, and we do still have a lot of zombies outside. I am kind of a little worried about going out there and trying my hand with them. I think what we'll do for now is we'll drop off the plastic that we have, knowing that we're going to be using it to try and make a large plastic sheet in the future here. And then we will continue grabbing stuff because we do want to keep our loot level low, because once our torso gets encumbered, we're going to be just getting drastically worse at melee combat at every moment. We're going to leave the antibiotics behind because, realistically speaking, I keep accidentally thinking that they are the wrong thing. So we're just going to leave those behind, and we're going to drop off all of the food that we just got, which is actually a pretty crazy amount of food. Really happy to see that. We don't really have any worry that we're going to run out of food or water anytime soon, which means that Aiden can, as boring as it might be on an entertainment level, Aiden can take his time. And every fight that we've had against the horde has been close to fatal. So taking our time is something that we kind of have to do. We did just find some codeine. We really don't want to use that unless absolutely necessary, because we are a lightweight. But if we do need to use it, oh my gosh, there's so many zombies. And there's a zombie brute in the distance there. He is very badly injured though, which is a good thing. So we're going to step back into our spike board trap center. That zombie child just walked into that and immediately went down. That's very good for us. And we're going to wait a few moments. Just trying to lure these guys in whenever we can. None of those see us, but they've also taken out the nearby buildings. It looks like that was the gun store at some point over there. Actually, it looks like it's brick walls and metal bars, so they probably haven't broken their way in, but I bet that back door is locked. So we might want to use our doors here in the apartment complex in order to get better at lockpicking, so that we can potentially open that back door. We'll go ahead and grab the antibiotics. It is not antiseptic though. And as we're moving around, we do get grabbed by a SWAT zombie. We're going to push him away, grab our shotgun that dropped as we got grabbed, and push him again, this time into a wall and far enough away that he doesn't see us anymore. He's going to be moving to our last known location though. So we're going to kind of step into the darkness here, catch our breath, and then continue the fight, running around him and pushing him again into the darkness. He is getting back up on us, so we're going to see if we can pierce through him with the bayonet, and we do take him down. Please tell me that you have something useful on you. He has an H&K MP5. Okay, subsonic. Ooh, it has a built-in suppressor. Yeah, an internal suppressor. That is actually a kind of amazing gun then. Ah, it only does 22 damage, so it's not a ton of damage, but it's permanently internally suppressed. What kind of ammo does it use? It uses, I'm not seeing. 9x19. Okay. That doesn't seem like that rare of ammo. I feel like I've seen, yeah, 9x19 is also the Glock ammo. So we can unload Glocks that we find, which are really common guns. This game does take place in America. That's where Aiden lived before all of this. So Glocks are basically on every third person. Yes, for anyone in the comments who just saw that, I did see the roller skates there. I'm not sure how I feel about roller skates, but I also just realized that I also saw a gas mask. Does this lanyard have anything in it? No, it doesn't. There's a chance that these lanyards can have medical things in them, which would be incredibly good. So if I haven't actually explained, because I don't remember whether I've explained why I want this plastic tarp so well, is that one of our goals, like I've said, is to clean off all of this stuff. And if we were to get a tarp up on days that it's raining, like today, we would end up with so much water that honestly, we wouldn't know what to do with all of it. And despite me saying that, probably what I would be doing with it is the first thing would be just cleaning a bunch of stuff. And then afterwards, it would just be, you know, we would have pretty much semi-infinite water, right? At that point, our only concern would be food. We're going to step out a few steps, and we're going to force pull this guy in. I actually pulled him against the wall, which did a little bit of damage. Okay. That zombie boomer is a problem for me because I do have a gas mask, but it's also going to make a lot of noise. Oh, some alcohol wipes. Okay. We're going to very quickly see if we can clean out this deep wound in our chest. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we are getting really, really lucky with this. Boomer just attacked us. We're going to yeet it backwards, and then again, and then again. so that blows up on the wall instead of blowing up on us. There's a clamp and a reciprocating saw. I don't think we need the clamp. Maybe we do. We'll go and take both. The zombie came up to us. We very quickly took it down. I'm feeling a little bit more confident down here. I'm feeling a little bit more confident. With our melee skill, we have actually gotten up to the point where when we're feeling good, we have 9 strength now. Aiden's really built up his strength quite a bit. It is really tempting to see if we can get out of the apartment building and into someplace nearby. Okay. We do see a skeletal dog and a small zombie child. Okay, as soon as we step around the corner, I mean, that's probably one of our problems right there, is that there was actually a graveyard nearby, on top of it being in the middle of a city. As soon as we step out, we do see some things coming for us. I think we're going to step back in, lure them up to the window, take them out whenever they get to the window. That guy had some duct tape on him. Don't want to take out that... I don't want to deal with that dissolute devourer, though. It's probably the same one from before. What building is that? That's the electronics store. The electronics store looks like it also has metal bars on the windows, which means it probably still has loot in it. And as we turn the corner, gosh, 12 more of the undead. I'd like to think that we're thinning them out, but every indication seems to say that we're not. As we get inside, the dog leaps through the window. We send it flying back against the door, crushing it between the force of the door and our hammerous mind. Finally, with some actual skill in his melee strikes, Aiden does actually take a zombie down from full HP with melee strikes. And we didn't take any damage throughout the process. So we're getting there. We are, in fact, getting there. We're going to hurl one of them away. We don't want to fight too many at once. Even now that we have some skill, that's still a very, very bad idea. We could get bit at any moment, and we don't have the best of armor. We have cleared a lot of them. We really have. But I think it's time for us to retreat. And I think what we might do is, now that our night eyes has gotten better, we will probably go out during the day, during our next day, that is, and we will see about seeing what's around us. We might be able to make the large sheet with what we have here. I think we have to start a fire to do it. Yeah, so we can make plastic sheets. How many can we make? Oh, we can make more than enough. Holy shit, we have so much plastic. Where's all that plastic coming from? But anyways, we have enough plastic that we should be able to make the sheets. So let's go ahead and take everything off, and we will... One of the last things that we'll do for today is that we will make this tarp. So tarp raincatcher requires 1 large plastic sheet, okay, and 3.26. So we'll go ahead and say plastic sheets. So we need to make 1 large plastic sheet, which I know I just saw it. Large plastic sheet, which requires 8 of these. So we'll make 8 plastic sheets. How long does that take me? 40 minutes. That's actually not bad at all. And then what we'll do is we'll put down our raincatcher, and with our raincatcher, we should be able to, even before, like, hopefully we can finish all of this before it stops raining. And then we'll be able to get a huge amount of water from all of this. And there's the raincatcher. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. We're going to make sure and use the long strings, because the short strings are way more useful to us. Pretty warm sitting next to the fire here. Once we have light, we will be able to turn on the fire and then sit a few steps away from it so that we're not burning up while we're crafting, because that just costs a lot of extra water. Go ahead and wield the tarp raincatcher, head upstairs, and then we will set it up there. And for the time being, I don't know, I didn't think about this part. We need something large enough, that we can fill it with water. Normally I'd want to take down, like, yeah, we can't make a metal tank, obviously. Normally I'd want to take down a metal tank somewhere and disassemble a metal tank so that we can put like 90 to 100, sometimes even 500 water in it. But I think what we'll have to do probably is use gallon jugs. Looks like we have a couple gallon jugs of clean water and then one of vegetable oil. To be honest, I don't really need the vegetable oil one, so we're going to pour it out. We'll put that under there for now, and then we'll look around for some more gallon jugs, and we'll just basically put down as many of them under here as we can find. Okay, we managed to get 4 gallon jugs under this raincatcher, but by the time I had gotten the gallon jugs under there, it stopped raining because, well, that's just what makes sense, right? Of course it stopped raining. I can't really possibly explain to you why. That just seems like that is exactly what would have happened in that situation. Just kind of like how Cataclysm does things. We are going to unload these 9x19s from here, and we're going to see about reloading this. So we have 21 shots in our MP5 now. I think we're going to drop the rest of our guns other than the MP5 and the shotgun, because the MP5 is silenced and honestly is going to be kind of amazing for us, like absolutely amazing for us. We will have to worry about its gun durability because we won't be able to repair it anytime soon. But outside of that, like, it's just gonna be a pretty great gun having already been silenced. We'll be able to fire it without as much concern as other guns. And then the pipe shotgun is, or the combat shotgun is just going to be for, well, every other time, whenever silence doesn't really matter as much. We don't want to get ourselves too much into trouble by firing a gun a lot. We have heard from other instances that even with the best of intentions, firing your gun too much can lead to some seriously bad circumstances. So we kind of want to avoid that. In fact, I think before we go, I think I want to try... Oh man, that thing looks amazing. Awesome. Yeah. It's like a SMG. I don't actually know guns very well. This is something I've talked about in previous series, is that whenever it comes to guns, I am incredibly unknowledged. Oh my god, it is a mess down here. Police duty flashlight. Happily take that. Antibiotics, not antiseptic, unfortunately. And whenever it comes to guns, I don't really play a lot of first-person shooters or anything like that. And we found the Diluted Devourer. We do have our new MP5 in hand, but we've already known that this thing is quite durable even for Diluted Devourers. We're going to start running. We're going to turn around and fire our gun, which I forgot to turn off run. Okay. We'll fire it once and then run again, and we'll push it backwards and stop running. I wish I knew how much sound that had just made. We hit it for 19. How much did the previous one do? 12? Oh man, it's going to take a lot of shots to take this thing down. I think the best thing to do here is going to be push it back into the darkness and then run back to our stairs. And as we run back to the stairs, go up the stairs, but push it first. Okay, we're going to fall back to here and catch our breath. There's not as many zombies down there anymore. We have killed a lot of them. In fact, I'm very curious. There's an achievements page here where we can actually see we've killed 78 of them. Now, that doesn't include the ones that are killed by our traps, but considering that Aiden's only been in the apocalypse for 5 days, 78 is actually a pretty crazy amount to have killed. And they're still kind of keeping us penned into our apartment here. We have 19 bullets left in this MP5. We're going to go ahead and store it. In fact, I just realized that since we're using our bayonet now, we can probably drop the pipe spear here and reconfigure this so that the MP5 goes into our lifting field. So I think it's the most heavy thing we have. Yeah. So we just cleared the pocket settings, and then whenever we store an inventory, really, it doesn't want to go into the lifting field. Can we just insert it? We can insert it. Why did it not go in there immediately? Well, either way, we'll whitelist this with the MP5. Oh, you know why it didn't go in there immediately? Because I set my backpack priority to 30. So it's actually prioritizing my large tactical backpack, which is actually something I suggest. We set the main pocket to 30. So that shit doesn't go into your jeans and such. Because things going into, in fact, I actually have had a lot of things go into my jeans. Things going into your jeans can end up weighing down your legs and giving you a bunch of light encumbrance. And it could be sometimes like surprise encumbrance, right? But with that Devourer there, and the fact that we're already kind of weary, I think it might be a good time to call it for today, because that thing is a little scary and I honestly don't want to risk it. I'd like to instead be fully fresh, fully ready to fight it tomorrow. With that, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Hopefully we managed to get Aiden out of the apartment sometime soon. We are already looking better than we were in previous episodes. Aiden is getting equipped very quickly, now with a shotgun and a silenced SMG. He is becoming already a survivor in the apocalypse. But if you guys have enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed your time, and subscribe for more Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, and hard video games. Goodbye.